Yeah. Energies. Energies. Let's take it up. Energy. Let's go. Energy. Alright, more level. Energy. Take it up. Well, it's also another man.
Are you good?
No. Are you good up? It's very
I'm
low.
very good.
It's very low.
I'm very good. Are you good?
Are you sure?
Yes.
I was born ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday, or whenever you're gonna see this. Welcome to Doek and Tai. Welcome to another edition of Grey Wall Conversations. My name is Bonang, and this is my handsome bebe. This is my husband, Bokamoso, aka Tai, aka Kali. He doesn't like being called Bokamoso.
AKA the man of the house. Introduce the steak as well.
And this is, what should we call it?
It's the stick of truth.
Hippo.
Baby, it's the stick of truth. You're supposed to hold it.
So, firstly, we'd like to start by saying thank you to all the subscribers. Thanks to everyone who has been watching Doek and Tai. We are very grateful to have you. Thanks to everyone who has liked the page on Facebook and followed the page. Thank you very much. We look forward to having more interactions with you. And yeah, let's get it. So, any idea what we're discussing on today?
You sound so hip, bro. You sound so hip. Only 2000. You are, aren't you?
I am not. Why would you say that?
You sound so hip.
What does that even mean?
When you spoke there, I felt older.
You are.
I am older.
You are older.
Like, okay, I think I'm older than you by 3 years.
3 years.
Hey man, that's a big gap.
Good.
So when you were born, I was running around eating pap. I mean, do you ever think of such things? Like when you were
You know
born,
what I think about.
Wait. When you were born, I was eating pap.
Do you know what I think about?
Huh?
Do you know what I think about?
No.
The fact that despite this 3-year age gap,
It's a big age
where
gap.
are we now?
Why here, me being the man of the house, me being the one who is wiser. My wife is wise, I'll give her that. But I am wiser because of those 3 years. I always say this, but how to man? I mean, baby, think about it. Wait.
Where did those 3 years get you?
I am wiser. This is why we're here. I am wiser. You are wise, babe. I'm not taking that away from you.
Wisdom is not an age.
But I'm wiser. I know. So that 3 years multiplied by 6 divided by 2 and then add 2. So that's how much wiser I am than you. I'm gonna say this again in case you missed it. When you were born, like born, yeah. When you were born, I was running around eating pap. I feel like you take that thing for granted, babe. I was doing laundry, I was cooking.
And thank you for coming to an episode of Bokamoso Can Talk.
Think about it. Wait.
Baby, wait.
I feel like you're not taking into account the 3 years.
I take those.
Can you
3 years
acknowledge that I'm 3 years older?
Okay, cool.
I say it.
You're 3 years older.
And wiser. Yeah, baby. Baby, acknowledge me. Acknowledge
No, baby, you're 3 years older, you're 3 years wiser, you're 3 years whatever it is.
What was I doing when you were born? Say it.
You didn't pop and running.
I was doing laundry, eating pop and running around. Yes.
Good.
Ha! You can finally start.
You were lagging around that big head of yours.
Yeah. I've always wanted you to acknowledge that I'm older, but you never do. She's like,
I always do.
We're in the same age range. No, we're not.
That is a lie because, number one, I always tell him, you're older.
But not, how about knowledge I'm wiser?
Older doesn't necessarily mean wiser, but it's
in my
okay,
case
my
it
love.
does, because
It's
you
fine,
take
cool.
the 3, multiply it by 2, divide by 2, and then add a 3. That's how much wiser I am. You like, it's a stick of truth. Shh, baby, I have the stick of truth. This is the stick of truth. Whoever has it gets to speak. Right? Okay, let's get into today's episode. I feel like we might have digressed a bit. So, baby, what are we talking about? I'm gonna keep quiet, I promise. So, thanks, babe. Baby, we need that thing.
Well, you cannot reach it. Shh, hush now. So on today's episode of Grey Wall Conversations, we are going to be talking about honesty in relationships. Honesty in, be it when you're dating, be it after you move up and decide to become getting. These days, apparently, there's like exclusively dating. I'm not very good with the dating scene. My husband tells me, my version of dating is not dating. So there's, when you move on from, dating, and then you move on to exclusively dating someone, and then you move on to being boyfriend and girlfriend, and you progress with the relationship. So today we are talking about honesty within those different levels. Like, how honest are you at the various levels? Are you forthcoming from the word go, or like is there levels to it? Yes, let's start with you, my love. Were you honest from the word go when we met?
No. I was lying deep. Okay, here's what I think. You were struggling a bit with the dating thing, I understand. We've been out of the game for a while, right? Yes. So there's seeing people, dating. To me, dating is like going out with another person and just having food and seeing who grabs your attention more, who do you vibe with more. Yeah, who you get along with more. To me, that's dating. And then there's exclusively dating someone. That's another thing. Like, you are my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. We're in this together, no other people. So that's exclusive dating. So to me, I think honesty in those levels of dating or levels of being with a person, I don't think you just meet somebody from the first day and then you are honest. Like, hey, I snore when I sleep. It doesn't work like that. I feel like when you are or those initial moments, initial conversations, you are merely sending a representative of yourself because you want to make a good impression. You want the person to like you. You are trying to it's a date. You want to go for a second date and then a third date. So the honesty at those levels of dating or getting to know somebody will always be different. That's what I think. So in my case, I think when I met you, I wasn't honest with everything. I was well represented by myself. I sent forth a representative, a good, is it an impression? A good impression of who I am as a person. And of course, within those moments, there was a bit of truth in it, and some was a little, spicing in there. But I don't think I was honest when we first met. I became honest along the way. You realized, you know what, maybe this is the person that I might want to spend the rest of my life with. And I became more honest because let's be honest. Once you reach a certain point, you realize, hey, but if I was lying, Gary, I like avocado because she likes it. If this is going to be like forever, I can't continue eating avocado. That's just an example, right? So along the way, you have to be honest, like, hey, avocado, dog. Like, or something. So to me, I think that's how it went. That's how it went in my case. Yeah. And then were you honest?
I was very forthcoming from the word go. Like, I'm not. I am. How do we put this? reserved when I meet you for the first time. Most times I'm quite reserved when I meet people. So you'd be shocked when my friends say I'm loud. So I'm, yes, reserved when I meet someone. And then once we get comfortable, like, I'm an open book.
You become your true self.
So the first few days after meeting him, yes, I was, reserved, quiet. I observe people. So I was doing mostly a lot of listening and observing. And then after that, then I, converse as myself.
I don't think you're honest.
I was.
You didn't lie about anything?
I did not.
Not a single thing?
No.
I'm yet to find out.
I did not, because I was very forthcoming. You met me. Hey, it's okay. Let's not just. I guess okay, it's fine.
Yeah, no. Let's leave that one. Yes. So let's take this conversation and not further. I think now, how do you then? How do I put this? How do you then define your boundaries of your honesty as a couple? I think that's the proper way to put it. I'm a big believer in us having a conversation about, okay, how honest do you want me to be in such an instance? If I ask you if I'm fat, do you want me to be 100% honest? If I ask you if that girl is pretty, do you want me to be honest? I feel like that's something that you need to discuss with your partner. And even if you don't necessarily discuss it, but so we're not talking about weight gain, which is a very sensitive topic for both men and women. My partner would rather not want me to be too honest about it, right?
Yes, my husband would not.
Wait, let me finish.
To be too honest about his weight loss.
Let me finish. So, those are certain things that we had to sit down and talk about. Okay, if it's like such a topic, do you want me to be honest? If it's such, do you want me to lie just a bit? Because trust me, you cannot tell the truth all the time. That is a lie. If anybody has ever said, always tell the truth, that is a lie. The truth will hurt people, and it will force you to have very unnecessary, awkward conversations. So I think what we decided on with my wife, my then girlfriend, we just decided, you know what? Certain topics I want you to be 100% honest with me. I'm wearing something. If it's not nice, just tell me, that thing, maybe switch it up, switch up the colors, don't wear those shoes, don't wear that hat, because you look nicer that way. But there are certain conversations that you don't necessarily have to be honest. I think this is just me. Like if your wife asks you, do I look fat? And you say, she gained just a bit of weight. I'm not gonna say yes. I lie. I have to lie. I'm just saying. So for me, in those instances, I don't necessarily have to be 100% honest. So guys, don't fall for that trick. Always tell the truth. I tell the truth if my truth is going to have some sort of impact in whether in our future or going forward. But if it's just a lie that ends here, starts here and ends here right now, I'll lie. And if it makes my baby happy, why not? Lie a little and have a... Well, I don't know if this would work for everyone, right? And here's another one, babe.
My love. Wait.
I was going on, yeah.
Yes, you're on a rant now. So, I honestly believe that he has issues that we need to resolve, number one.
Issues?
Issues we need to resolve. And as a couple, you're friends. Sometimes you were friends before you were a couple, and then in some instances, from the word go, you were like, you know what, I like you, let's date. So, depending on your relationship, you will approach things differently. We were friends before we were girlfriend and boyfriend for a year. So, there was that element of friendship. We became really, really close. We became best friends. So there's that element of friendship that is attached to our now romantic relationship, I guess. So there are times when I come to my husband, I'm like, Booba, I need to talk. And we came up with like a system. Like, do you want a friend, your best friend, or do you want your husband? So depending on who you pick, that is the level of honesty that you'll get. So let's say I come and I'm like, baby, we need to talk, and he's like, okay, and I'm like, I need my best friend right now. So then
I have to lower my guard as a husband and just be like your friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are certain things that you find that being a friend with your spouse helps, because we can walk past, we can go to the grocery store and then we see someone, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. And he's like, yeah, right? So there are times when that would rub you the wrong way, and there are times when you're like, so it's the same with him. Like, we can go somewhere and then we see a cute guy and I'm like, he's cute. And my husband is like,
he's a 9. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's forming a friendship with your significant other helps your relationship a great deal, because then you are able to be free. You don't have to, what's the thing that guys do?
Put up a facade, maybe.
Not a facade, like when you have to look and pretend you're not looking.
Ah, yeah. Like if you see a girl passing I'll hit them, then you say, oh, that girl is a 10. And then one eye is here, I can't look. But I can end up getting. So yeah, I think us agreeing on boundaries of such things just helped a great deal. And let's be honest, forever is a long time.
Forever is a long time. Yeah. And your spouse you find your spouse attractive, but finding your spouse attractive does not mean that you do not notice other people who are attractive.
Yeah.
Now, the key with honesty is, do you then open up to your spouse about it? Are you able to chat about it? Or is it like a no-go zone, like you cannot ever in your life, under any circumstances, find another girl more attractive? And is it practical?
It's not.
Because, let's be honest, like, we're human beings. People are attracted to beauty. Let's put it like that. So when you see something that catches your eye, your instinct is to look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So comes in the honesty part. So how honest are you now that we're married?
I think I went up in terms of my ranking. I think I started at like a 4.5 out of 10. That was not bad, babe. Like, I had a similar 4.5 out of 10. I'd say that was my level of honesty. But I think I'm on like a 9.5. I have to lie here and there just to get us by, and like, my lies are not very significant. Like, if it's things that are of significance to us and make a difference in our future, or how we're going to relate, then I have to be very honest and very open about those things. So I hardly ever have to lie. I might lie on Pozor when I said I was leaving 10 minutes ago, but I haven't really left. I'm like, yeah, no, baby, cat's in. You see the lights outside? That's me, just that there's traffic in front of our yard. But I'm almost there. So those you have to like throw in there, or else you'd kill me. So yeah, where are you now with your honesty? Like, on a scale of 10, what do you think you are?
I believe I've regressed. Like, when we met, I was like at a 10.
Am I teaching you these bad habits?
And then now that where we are, like, I rip a page or two from my husband's book, and I honestly believe I've regressed. Because
why?
We could be leaving the house and someone would ask me, let's go guy. And I'm like, we're like 5 minutes away. Knowing fully well we're not 5 minutes away.
Getting, yes, that's my wife.
So I think my take on honesty has changed because of him, which is very bad.
Very bad. Am I a negative influence?
Yes.
It's a 3 years older thing.
It's a negative influence, very negative influence. But I do agree with the whole honesty, or sometimes there's being like...
Too honest. I think there's such a thing as being too honest.
I don't think there's such a thing as being too honest, but there are times when I talk to my best friend, and there are times when we are talking about, let's say, let's say we're talking about a guy she broke up with, and so there are times when she comes to me, she's like, oh my gosh, he's such a douche. And there are times when she wants me to be like, but friend, you know that Luana, sometimes you can be a little like this, like there's those levels of honesty. And then there's times where she's like, he's such a douche, and I jump in. I'm like, yes, he's such a douche. He's the king of douches. So there's levels to honesty, and the key is being able to read the situation and knowing what your spouse at the time or your friend is like. What are they expecting to get? Because at some points, like, you're expecting them to be there with you, and at some points you are expecting someone to be honest with you and like pull you down to earth, like ground you, and have like an honest conversation about their flaws, their strengths. And at times you're just, we're just girls and talking about how douchey boyfriends are.
So I think let us know in the comments, how honest are you in your relationship or in your marriage, on a scale of 1 to 10.
1
10
being
okay, where do we start? 1 being the least honest and 10 being as honest as you possibly can. It'll be interesting. And have you ever been burnt by being too honest or being dishonest? And how did that situation go about? So please let us know in the comment section. We love reading your comments and just hearing what your take on these subjects are.
And we will do better in replying, because I've been swamped with schoolwork and he's swamped with work.
And I got sick this week. I had flu, but these days you can't have flu, so I assumed the worst, and I was panicking, and I was just indoors, and yeah.
And it was just one night.
No, two. At least 2-3 nights I was scared. I thought I had the vid.
He was exaggerating.
I thought I had the vid. So thank you so much for watching Doek and Ty. Happy Sunday, or whenever you get to see this. Stay safe. I know if you're in Botswana, alcohol is now back. So please drink from the comfort of your home. And try minimize movement, guys. This vid thing is not going away anytime soon. And I miss traveling. I just wish the vid could, be a thing of the past, and we can go back to traveling and doing traveling outside the country.
I saw some posts, guys, I'm tired of elephants now. Like, I need beaches.
Yeah, same here. And I think I want to take this time to wish Rati a birthday, your best friend. Happy birthday, Rati.
Happy birthday!
Can you sing? And happy birthday to anybody else who might be celebrating their birthday this week or celebrated it this past week, right? Happy birthday 2021. Who knew you'd be here and you'd get to see 2021. Here's to a great year and more life.
And last year March was apparently like the last time that things
were normal.
So this is March 2.0. Like,
yeah, we've been doing this for a year, guys. We can do it. We can beat COVID. So stay safe and happy Sunday. You can type. Wanna do adoption?
No, we need to go.
Check out Ryan's record.
Oh God.
Is that a good?
Yeah.